Welcome back to another video, guys. Planning the week of March 23rd to the 29th. I'm using this kit from Planning City. Realized I needed to do an intro. Here are some of the things that I pulled. I pulled some from Sadie Stickers, Nikki +3, other things from Planning City, Scribble Prints Co, and then a couple of samplers that I had to use in conjunction. I'm going to go ahead, finish laying down my foundation, and then I will be back. All right, so I laid down the foundation, and this is one of my kits from Planning City. And with this order, a lot of my kits weren't cut completely, so getting some of the stickers off of the sheet is really hard. So what I ended up doing, just to avoid the headache, is just using all of these headers from Scribble Prints Co. And then my top headers, which I always plan to do, was just using those pink ones with the bows for the top, because my head hurts and I don't feel like giving myself another headache because of these stickers. So I laid down the foundation, and I'm gonna try to recall everything that happened this week, because most of it is kind of a blur. So Monday and Tuesday I did work, so I'll use these event labels to put that down. All right. And what I did say during my plan with me last week is that during this global pandemic, there are going to be a lot of things that's going to test you. There's going to be a lot of things that's going to make you feel a certain type of way. And just to really try to reflect on some of the good that is left, my plan was to always make a spot on each day to reflect back on something positive that happened that day. So I'm going to put 2 half boxes on both Monday and Tuesday as well, to reflect back on what was good during those days. Okay. All right. So that's both my work as well as my positive moment of the day. And just so you can have a quick refresh, I did that as well as put down a checklist just for things that I needed to do for that day. So in order to keep it kind of with that same continuity, I'm going to use these checklists here for those 2 days. And that will be what it will be. And if anybody is interested, I literally just been kind of peeling up what will peel up on its own, and then trying to help it by either scoring it, which kind of messed up some of my date covers. I was actually cutting it, or just laying the blade down on the part of the sheet that doesn't need to come up. or the part that's not the sticker part that I want, rather. Hopefully that makes sense. And then pull the sticker up. So just in case, you know, if anybody ever has issues like this. And I think I wasn't really thinking about it, probably because I ended up having a migraine this week. But if I would have thought about it prior, I would have went ahead and like cut a lot of these already. So then that way I could have been prepared. All right, so I think I'll put this like Dusty Rose one here. And this should fit the box perfectly. So I don't have to do any cutting. And I think it was very fitting that the girl and this kid happened to go on Tuesday night because I pretty much stayed in bed. And if anyone is interested, I believe this kit was called Home or Homebody or something like that from Planning City. And ironically enough, it was very fitting for this week because I only worked Monday and Tuesday this week. And this coming week, I'll be working Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So total, I still have a total of my 6 days per check that I have to work. And sorry, I saw a little of the white. But I ended up coming home and pretty much being in bed after that because of my migraine. So that's what I'll go ahead and mark. Next is my migraine, which I'm going to use one of the little munchkin heads here. And I'm going to use, I'll use this little thing here. And then, crazy enough, I got a phone call from the neurologist office to reschedule my appointment, sadly. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that in. Now this kit that I bought happened to be a mini kit, so it was only 3 pages, so no icons or deco here. So I'm using, as I showed in the beginning, I'm using some sheets that I got from grab bags from Scribble Prints Co, as well as some deco pieces that I got, some freebies that I got, and then I will probably go ahead and use some of these overlays to add a little bit more of the silver foil in it. So Wednesday, really after that, I stayed in bed. And I think I'm going to use some overlays for these full boxes too. So I actually may take and put an overlay here and just put stay in bed all day. So Thursday happened to be my payday. And on the sheet here, I do have a payday, even though it's not all the right colors. We're going to use it anyway. So it was payday. This is also day 2 of my migraine. So I pretty much still stayed in bed all day. And then I started to watch, Grey's Anatomy again because the migraine wasn't as bad as it has been. So, let's see. Maybe I use a flag and overlay it. I don't know if it's like that for any of you guys where you are right now, but it's raining. Pretty hard, actually. So that's going to be stay in bed. So I think after this, I'm going to go lay back down myself because my head, I mean, yesterday felt good. It kind of really went away, but right now I'm kind of like teetering, and I really don't know if it's just because of how stressed I was, and I ended up having a cocktail or what, but nonetheless. So let's go ahead, use one of these little glitter header here. Bring a little bit more of this pattern into here. And what ended up happening on Thursday, we talked to his mom. Let's see. He wanted to go actually check in on her, but in typical mom fashion, she said, no, I'm good. And I ended up just saying hi while he was on the phone with her, and then he gave me the phone. So me and her ended up just, talking, and she was asking me how I was and how I'm holding up with this whole pandemic since I do work at the hospital. And then we ended up just chit-chatting for a good minute, and then he was like, oh, I can have my phone back. I can have my mom back. So, it's all in good humor though. He always jokes like that. And I tell him, no, she's my mom now. So, so let's go ahead, and I could put down, actually, let's use one of these little silver bows here. Let's use this light pink one. And I'll put that, I'll talk to mom there as I was watching Grey's Anatomy. Okay, Friday. What happened on Friday? So Friday was probably the first day I woke up and my migraine was a 3 out of 3. So, I mean, a 3 out of 10, 3 to 4 out of 10. He also had to go, no, he didn't work. He worked Saturday. Oh, he did have to run out though. That's why I'm thinking, I'm like, what? Something happened on Friday. So ended up waking up, felt a little better. Like I was saying, so, everybody's different, and that's why when I'm working, I don't judge people who say they're like at a 10 out of 10 pain, but maybe their expression or body language doesn't show that, because most times my migraine is at a 10, always, but I'm able to function. So I try not to judge people, but on this day, this was the first day that it was probably a 3. And interesting enough, I said, well, because of my appointment now, oh, excuse me, being canceled, let me go ahead and make sure I document my stuff. So when I do go to that appointment, which hopefully I can get a sooner one once this whole thing clears up, that, you know, I can kind of tell them what I've been feeling. So I woke up, I did end up making us some breakfast, and our friends ended up getting engaged. So I think I'm going to use this event label here. Actually, let's put it here. So this was our friend's now fiance birthday, and he proposed to her. So I'm actually gonna take the little cheers, because we actually poured ourselves some wine and cheered them after he proposed, which was so sweet. And then that night, again, I started catching up on grades, but then we ended up watching a movie, and that movie was 21, which, if anyone has not seen it, I would say go ahead and watch that movie. It was interesting because I always talk about how I don't like math, and I hate like talking about math and trying to do math, but this movie was about math, which is like right up my boyfriend's alley. And interesting enough, I was like questioning stuff because I realized that I had interested too. So because nothing else really happened, I'm just going to put this down. And this is from, sorry, this is very dainty. I'm scared to move it. This is a freebie sampler that I got from Rachel, who's Gathered Plans here on YouTube. I won one of her giveaways, and she sent me that freebie, which is like right on time. I was just talking about how I wanted to get more things like this to fill space. And I was looking at one of the ones that she always buys from, which is Honey, and it still came out the same way. So you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. Okay. Next here is Saturday, which happens to be today, and I'm going to cut down one of these checklists and put down that I am filming today, and I think we'll use this lighter pink. So let's go ahead and cut this. Or should I do? Yeah, let's start from here. Definitely cut right through that sucker. Oh, I'm glad I wasn't on my planner. Okay, so actually, don't I have? Let's see, how light is that? Let's use one of these headers. And I put today. And then I will put this here. All right. That looks crooked. Can you guys believe next week is going to be April? Isn't that just craziness? Sorry, guys. And then we can put a checklist down here. So once I am done soaking in the wet weather, as I call it, and the feeling of calm, as well as, you know, hey, I don't really want to do anything, feeling, you know, that type thing, then I'll, you know, conquer some more stuff. All right, and then Sunday is really going to be a chill day. I probably will do a little meal planning since I am working 4 days this coming week with only a day in between. And that day in between, I'll probably be filming. I want to try to get as much as I possibly can, like, figured out ahead of time, so then that way one thing less that I really have to worry about. I also need to do my nails tomorrow because my fingers look a little crazy. I guess I would really prefer not to put light things next to each other as much as possible, but for the sake of my sanity, my head not hurting more or getting worse, I'm just going to put the checklist again down at the bottom of Sunday. Ooh, I was supposed to put that bill due sticker. And I just want to use as many stickers as possible from this kit, since I'm pretty much throwing whatever I don't use away. I'm just going to do a little overlapping with the header up here. And then put okay. And then let's use this last flag here. So reflecting back on this week, I can say that outside of like my migraine, I think that the week was pretty okay. And all I'm hoping for is better days to come, because, you know, this pandemic is definitely, it takes a toll on you, and it's going to take a toll on me even more so because I'm working the front lines and have to, you know, day in and day out when I do go to work, worry about myself, and day in and day out worry about my friends. And, you know, it's definitely hard. So, all right, let me go ahead. I think what I want to do is first let me get the overlays, and I'll put those. So I have a few different overlays. All of these are from rose colored Daze. This was one with like hearts. So this could probably go over like this one, since it's a kind of is really a plain box. I'll just show you. Okay. Even though, wait a minute, because I think this one actually is flowers, which will go with the theme of this kit. Yep. So this was a collab. So I may so this is the 4 that comes on that. So I'm going to definitely I'm definitely going to take these. They typically rip pretty easy. I just feel like I just be manhandling stuff sometimes. So let's put this one over here. And thus far, like all of the boxes that I've used this overlay, yeah, it's the wrong one. So that way you can see the drink. Like I was saying, most of these overlays have fit most of the full boxes that I've used them for. So just know when it go down, it go down. So that one is hella crooked, but you know what? It's gonna have to be what it's gonna be. I really don't want to do that. Okay. Where did the other one go? 1, 2. Okay. And then this is one of the original ones that I have. And these are just kind of like speckles, if you will. Now, so like that would be cute over that one.
If you O.P.E.N, engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's O.P.E.N. Take that hot road and hop in. Open up, open up. Shut it down like Macintosh. Open up, O.P.E.N, O.P.E.N.
And, you know, sometimes what I do too is I actually cut them. I think this one, this is gonna be my other box where I write stay in bed. So I think all of them have something on them except for this one. And I think for this one, I'm just going to, let me just do a corner. Okay. Let's see first how this looks. Do I need to add more foil is the question.
Open up, you O.P.E.N. Bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends. If you O.P.E.N. engage and use on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's O.P.E.N. Take that high road and hop in. Open up, open up. Shut it down like a Macintosh. Open up, open up.
All right, guys, I think this is it. Here's what we're looking like here. So you can see all the glitter and the shine and the prettiness. Okay. And then I'll be back after I fill out what I can.
First impression, you O.P.E.N. We should be closer than friends. If you O.P.E.N. engage and use on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's O.P.E.N. Take that high road and hop in. First impression, you O.P.E.N. We should be closer than friends. If you O.P.E.N. engage and use on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's O.P.E.N. Take that high road and hop in. Monarch butterflies, you should open up. I'm trying to put your heart together, found it broken up. Going up in smoke, smoking up. Make sure the children in the house, she's inappropriate. The way she's approaching us, I disassociate. Exfoliate, the renegotiate. She's closing up. Come to visit me, she say that she the loneliest, and it's hard to open up. Monarch butterflies, you should open up. I'm trying to put your heart together, found it broken up. Going up in smoke, smoking up. Make sure the children in the house, she's inappropriate. The way she's approaching us, I disassociate. Exfoliate, the renegotiate. She's closing up. Come to visit me, she say that she the loneliest, and it's hard to open up. Open you up like a Pokeball. Open up, tear you out for a Pokeball. Let your emotion waterfall on me. Open up. Open up. Open you up like a Pokeball. Open up, tear you out for a Pokeball. Let your emotion waterfall on me. Open up. Open up. Need to deep breathe, heartache complications. Open up. Need to reread our conversation. Got me contemplation over our situation. Open up. You O.P.E.N. Bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends. If you O.P.E.N. engage BBM, we should be closer than friends. If you O.P.E.N, engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's O.P.E.N, take that high road and hop in. Open up, open up.
All right, guys, so I think that's really it. I'm gonna let this stay open for a little bit since I just wrote here on top of that overlay to let it dry so it doesn't smear and stuff. But this is pretty much all that I got so far for this week. I kind of fill that in as the day progresses. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. Hopefully you guys are abiding by the restrictions that have been placed and practicing good hygiene. It's very important. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Share and comment. Hope you guys have a great day today. Hopefully you have a great week. And let's jump into April on the best foot forward. Bye, guys.